This is Miss Ward coming to you from the Florida Turnpike headed north, in between Yeehaw Junction and Orlando. Headed up to start my week. Got jobs in Alabama, Georgia, and Florida, of course, in that West Coast. So we have jobs in Panama City, Crestview, Enterprise, Alabama, Destin, Florida, Martinez, Georgia, and Savannah, along with St. Mary's and Valdosta, Georgia. Also got some jobs over in Lake City and Brooksville. So it's going to be an interesting week, and they keep coming. Now I want to talk to you guys a little bit about your business this morning. And what we want to focus on is keep it simple, stupid. You know, a lot of times you add things and systems to your business and you don't have the basics in place. If you don't have a solid foundation of answering phones, proper etiquette, how to make sure the customer's at ease, you know, those are things I have to work on because I'm constantly juggling and I'm very hands-on. So when a call comes through to me from a customer, I have to immediately switch from whatever I'm concerned about or what's going on in the business into focusing in on that customer, making sure they are customer-centric, you know, that this is about them and that they feel warm and fuzzy when I hang up the phone. One reason this is so very important is because then your relationship is pliable, meaning if you have to adjust some times, or if their customers are more likely to give you concessions because the air is human, delays happen, and you want to start off on that real positive foot. At the same time, you can always gauge whether this is your caliber of customer. Some customers aren't for everybody, and some techs and service companies aren't for everybody. You got to know, oh, not the flex bus. Oh, that's not a good look. Oh, no, I'd be hot. Y'all know what the flex bus is? Man, those buses go from like Miami to Orlando, to Tampa. Like, they hit key points throughout the state, because if you know anything about Florida, what? Pack a lunch. You can go around this state in three, you know, it'll take you 3 days. Literally. Even if you don't even non-stop driving. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Pray for them people, man. That bus is broken down. That's not a good look. So, getting back to what I was talking about. Customer-centric service. You don't hear me say a lot about that, but that's because, you know, I'm very clear who my customer is. So, and every time I get off of the customer that's for me and the customer I'm for, I always have a problem. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You feel me? Know who you are, know what your brand is, and know the service that you're able to bring at an elite level, because people will pay for it. This is why you have to invest in your sales ability. You got to invest in conflict resolution training. I got my all hands up while I'm driving on that one, because I'm not the best at that. I catch an attitude in a minute, and I own that. See, when I can talk about me because I know me. You know, and it come off one way. You know, I can walk into an environment and I got things on my mind. I just hung up with like a vendor or some issue that disturbed me, and the entire world can feel it. You know, everything's on my sleeve. It just, I don't like you, you gonna know it. You feel me? But the reality is, when you're dealing with customers, you can't have that kind of energy. And so I always try to put myself where, because I am so intense, I have a buffer between me and the customer or the client. And I do that because I understand that's how I have to operate. Because, you know, it is what it is. Once you know you know what to do with it. So, like I said, to be able to code switch and to change and morph into whatever you need to be to get the job done. But don't do anything that makes you uncomfortable or against your moral standards. And the only way to do that is to make sure you keep everything in line. The only way you keep stuff in line is to stay on top of it and hold yourself accountable. So when I answer that phone, like I started a video earlier and a customer called me right in the middle of that video, which is one reason why I like to get them out so early. But when I'm on the road and if something hits me, I'm like, I need to share this with the people. So that's one of the things that hit me. The other thing that hit me is really keeping it simple. Keep it really, really light. Stay on the basics. Do you answer the phones properly? Do you order parts properly? Do you schedule jobs properly? When you make an mistake on how you schedule something or order the part, what system ordered something and it was wrong? What step did you miss? Because let's explain something to you. Let me explain something to you. When there's something fails, there's some steps that were missed. It's very rarely that it's no fault of yours, because you're the originator. And when you understand that, you take full responsibility and you adjust accordingly. There's no way I could go out and do these jobs throughout multiple states with a support system, or direct subcontractors to handle jobs in areas that I'm not at. There's no way I can do all that. Like, I have jobs come in while I'm on the road, and I'm actually assigning those jobs while I'm driving. They're like, how the hell do you do that? I do it because I have systems in place that are very simple, and I have alerts, and I structure myself very streamlined. But it's a whole process. I hire a specific type of subcontractor. I deal with only a certain caliber clientele, and I make sure that the guys that's at my round table, or the ladies and gentlemen that I work with in the subcontracting space, are very clear of my expectations. Just because you pay well don't mean people will do a good job. Remember that. You will lose a lot of money, and that's what I tell you. That's why you have to be able to do it yourself before you can see it in somebody else. That's a bar. I need to put that on a t-shirt. Damn. I might need to listen to this video again myself. But with that said, y'all, that's all I got to you. Saluting you from Florida Turnpike. Boom, boom. Talk to y'all later. Be blessed. And remember, subscribe and share. And thanks to all my supporters. I don't think I say thank you enough. I appreciate you. You're the reason I do what I do. Be blessed.